Okay.
So everyone has at least once in their lifetime has said the word to themselves, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, they say it again to themselves, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then finally when that day comes, they end up waiting like really late at night to do what they wanted to do. So the quote I got was, "Waiting for tomorrow, waste of today" by Charlie Chan. I agree with this quote because I know a lot of people, as myself, everybody procrastinates and they always tell themselves, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, but they never do. Or people do this with household chores, or people also do this while they're out looking for a job as well. So I myself, I procrastinate a lot, and I know a lot of people probably do this at their schoolwork, like when teachers give out projects or homework. And like, if somebody gets a project and then it's due in 2 weeks, someone will be like, well, you know, you're supposed to do your project a little bit amount over the 2 weeks, and then at the end of the 2 weeks, you put it all together. But everybody will just be like, okay, I'll do it next week. And then when next week comes, they don't do it, and they keep saying, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and they don't do it. And it's like 7 o'clock at night, the day before your project is due, and you're like, okay, I need to do my project now. And then everyone's overwhelmed with all the work that they need to do. So that's one reason. The second reason why is with chores a lot. I know this happens to me. My mom will go away for a weekend, or if someone's parents go out of town, the parent gives the child a list of chores and errands that they need to do over the weekend, and the child just goes, okay, I'll wait until the day that my parents come to do it, and they think that they can get it done. The morning of, like, the day that the parents come back home, like, nothing got done, so they're just, like, running around the house trying to get everything clean and doing everything their parents told them to do. So when they get home, they don't get in trouble. And then there's when people are looking out for jobs. A lot of young people, like, it's hard to get jobs now. And a lot of young people are always like, okay, I'll go out jobs hunting tomorrow, and I'll do it tomorrow. And then they'll get their applications, and the ideal thing is to turn in your application as soon as possible. But people will just be like, oh, I can turn it in next week or next week. But when people keep putting off the days that they need to turn in their application, you're just, like, lessening your chances of getting hired. So I think the quote really applies to pretty much, it can apply to anything throughout, like, someone's life. And all of us can say that we never do, like, procrastinate or do anything, but in reality, I think everyone always says, I'll do it tomorrow, and it'll usually never get done.
No, you get to keep that.
Oh.
You can put it up on the refrigerator later today. Yeah, do it tomorrow. All right, Brianna, I thought that you had a good example that you started off with that everybody can relate to, and you introduced the topic very effectively. You had a clear statement of what your thesis, so the start was really good. You had a good preview also, so that's good. On the supporting points, on each of those points, you had good illustrations. Most of them are a little abstract, but they're all things that people can kind of relate to. You ought to tell, I think, a personal story, for instance, about that school project that you put off. I'm sure that you'll remember one, and some frustrating experience that you went through the night before trying to get things together, looking for, I don't know, some office supply that you didn't have, or some research that you needed at the last minute or something, and make the story a little bit more interesting and personal. But all of the ideas that you came up with were solid, and you did, like I said, have pretty good illustrations of them. I thought they could have been a little bit more specific, but that's a minor quibble. On presentation issues, it's easy to hear you. I think you use a pretty good variety in your voice. Sometimes it sounds a little bit like you are rushing. The gestures are, you've got good indicators. They're a little contained. It goes along with your posture. That it doesn't look like you're nervous or anxious or anything, but it does look like I'm just going to make myself kind of small, keep my gestures in, not move around a lot, and get through this. So you don't look nervous, but you don't look comfortable. I can tell you that. So you don't look relaxed, and I think you need to relax a little bit. Your eye contact is kind of interesting because I do think you look up at the audience, and maybe part of it is the kind of glasses that you're wearing, but it does look sometimes like you're kind of just looking down in front of people. I did see that you were looking around and trying to make contact with people, but sometimes it just seemed like your eyes were a little downcast while you were speaking to us, and you want to maybe be a little bit more engaging that way. I thought the end was pretty clear. We knew that you were there, so that was fine. All right, thank you.